Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Taking the Lead, which is my Zoom podcast where I get to interview wonderful leaders who are from the PR and communications industry. But what's most inspiring about them is how they're respected for being wonderful leaders and motivators and influencers and inspirers. Today's a really special one because I'm going to be introducing in just a minute Patrice Tanaka, who's a dear friend and an inspiring leader for many years, 27 years, I think, but who's counting? Let me tell you a little bit about her, and I have some notes because I really want to get it right. She is the Chief Joy Officer of Joyful Planet LLC, whose purpose is to create a more joyful planet. And they do this by helping individuals and organizations discover and actively live their purpose to unleash their greater success, fulfillment, and most of all, joy in their personal lives, their business lives, and their communities. What a great job. Great title, too, right? She has been the founder or leader of 3 respected, values-driven PR communications firms, Padilla CRT, CRT Tanaka, and PT and Company in reverse order. And at these firms, she was either founder, co-chair, CEO, or creative director. Any of us who know her know she's especially passionate about some organizations where she is a trustee: Girl Scout Council of New York, Dancing Classrooms New York City, and I hope I pronounced this right, the American Friends of the Fellow FAPA Train. She is the author of a book I highly recommend, Becoming Ginger Rogers. She has got a closet full of awards. I'll just mention 3: the PR Week Hall of Fame, Women in Communications Wiki, some of you know, Matrix Award, and the PR Foundation's Paladin Award. I am so thrilled to share my joyful friend with you, Patrice Tanaka.
I am unmuted and I'm here.
You're unmuted. Patrice Tanaka
Yes.
cannot be muted. Let's be clear about that. So welcome. We're going to dig right in with some questions. This has been an interesting few months for all of us. So tell us, what are the 3 most important lessons, or the most important lessons you learned from living through the environment of COVID-19?
Yes, thank you, Ken, and I'm always delighted to be with you in any venue, including your podcast. Yeah, it has been full of learning this time of twin pandemics. And I guess 3 important lessons I've learned: the importance of remaining productive and creative. I've probably been more productive and creative than I was pre-COVID-19. And it's just kept me very focused and positive by doing that. And 2, the importance of not tuning in 24/7 to the COVID-19 news channel, because it's a time suck and it just creates a level of ongoing stress in our lives that we don't need. And 3, the importance of helping others. Now, the controversial diplomat and Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi, who spent 20 years under house arrest in Burma, gave the best advice ever on how to survive the experience. And she said, when you're feeling helpless, help someone. Now, I think that's a simple but powerful prescription for how to get through the times that we are going through. When you're feeling helpless, help someone.
Great counsel. So let me ask you, how did you find joy? What kept you going personally and in business during this time period?
Well, 18 years ago, I went to see an executive coach, and she forced me to rethink my purpose in life. And so I came back to her 2 weeks later with this: my purpose in life is to choose joy in my life every day, to be mindful of that joy, and to share that joy with others. So I've actually been living this purpose for the past 18 years, and it has unleashed so many joyful things in my life. So during COVID-19, I haven't changed anything. I have stayed focused on living my purpose, to choose joy, be mindful of it, and share it with others. And living our purpose is about leveraging our talents, our expertise, and our passion in service of other people and our planet, because this is how we unleash our joy. So choosing joy during COVID-19 resulted in me doing the following things, which I had no idea I would be involved in pre-COVID-19. But I co-organized the first ever Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration for the Museum of PR, and that was great. I'm co-chairing the Diversity Action Alliance, which is a PR industry-wide coalition of 18 membership organizations who are committed to action in achieving greater diversity, equity, and inclusion in the PR profession. I'm also helping two of the nonprofits that I serve on rethink how they can deliver and even better deliver their mission during COVID-19 and even beyond it. And finally, I'm also created a Joy in a Time of Coronavirus Zoom series. One, to learn Zoom, to familiarize, and two, to showcase artists and healers who I thought could bring some comfort and joy to myself and everyone else during this challenging time. So that was a fun series where I got to feature people like a poet, a Hawaiian cultural practitioner, and even an opera singer. So that was a lot of fun. So I've kept productive and busy simply by living my purpose.
You've really doubled down on it, it seems. And I think
Yeah.
that makes tremendous sense. Perception is everything. Our perceptions do create our realities. And if we, I think, want to live a life full of joy and passion and excitement and helping others, wow, this was the time when it was needed. And I think many of us, found it and are better because of it. And maybe we're making the world a better place. Last question. Many have lost their sense of purpose during these recent few months. They're rethinking everything. So what is the best way for people to discover their real purpose and life as work and life starts its maybe this crawl to our new normal, whatever that new normal will be and whenever it will be, because it's hard to tell?
Yeah. Two things. I think if you constantly, continually follow your passion, that will probably lead you to your purpose. But here's the thing, your viewers and listeners, I'm happy to help anyone who emails me, patrice@joyfulplanet.com. That's patrice@joyfulplanet.com. If you email me, I'll send you my 11-question My Life Purpose questionnaire that I use in my workshops to help groups of people discover and articulate the first iteration of their life purpose. And this is important because only when you know your life purpose can you then actively live it. If you don't know your purpose, it's hard to actively live it, right, in a focused way. And actively living your purpose will focus and drive you to accomplish what matters most to you in life, which is something we should want to do, right? And it's the reason that I actually refer to discovering and actively living our purpose as a competitive advantage in business and life, because I don't know anything else that can efficiently focus and drive us to accomplish what matters most to us in our one very brief and precious life.
Beautiful. You inspired me. You always do. You bring more joy to me. You always do. I wish we had more time, but I'm thrilled that we get to share your joy with those on the podcast. So thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you in person. But for now,
Always
Zoom.
a pleasure.
For now, Zoom will have to do.
Okay.
Till next time. Thanks.
Thank you, Ken.